Have you ever felt the warmth of a cat curling up next to you, purring softly as if sensing your presence? Maybe you shrugged it off as a simple coincidence, or perhaps you smiled at the unexpected companionship. But in Islam, these small, tender moments can carry profound spiritual meaning. A cat choosing to rest beside you is more than just an act of comfort. It can be seen as a silent sign of trust, blessing, and tranquility. Imagine this. In a small village in Morocco, a woman who had been struggling with loneliness noticed a stray cat consistently visiting her window every evening. Over time, the cat would curl up beside her as she read the Quran, seeming almost like a gentle companion in her prayers. She later reflected that these moments reminded her of Allah's constant presence and mercy. Stories like this are happening all over the world. People finding unexpected peace through the presence of these animals. Even in Hadith, we see the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, showing immense kindness to cats. One famous story tells of Muezza, the Prophet's beloved cat, who once slept on his robe. Rather than disturbing her, he carefully cut the sleeve so she could rest comfortably. This teaches us that small acts of patience and compassion are valued in Islam, and that creatures who trust us can be teachers of deeper spiritual lessons. So today, as we explore what it truly means when a cat sleeps next to you, pause and reflect. Why does this animal feel safe in your presence? Could it be a quiet sign of spiritual blessing, a reminder of mercy, or simply a moment to reconnect with the calmness within yourself? Pause for a moment and think. Why does this cat feel safe with you? Comment below if a cat has ever chosen you for comfort. Tag someone who loves cats. Let's see if they have experienced this blessing. We want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever felt a spiritual connection through an animal? Share your story in the comments. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share this video with your loved ones because this knowledge can literally change a life. Cats have always held a special place in Islamic tradition, symbolizing purity, calmness, and companionship. Unlike many animals, cats are often welcomed into homes and hearts, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself demonstrated deep affection and respect for them. One of the most famous stories is about Muezza, the Prophet's beloved cat. Once, Muezza fell asleep on the sleeve of his robe. Instead of disturbing her, the Prophet gently cut the sleeve so she could continue resting undisturbed. This simple act of kindness teaches a profound lesson. In Islam, mercy and compassion toward all creatures are deeply valued. But the significance goes beyond historical anecdotes. In Islamic teachings, the way we treat animals reflects our inner character and our connection with Allah. Surah Al-An'am 6:38 reminds us that there is no creature on earth, nor a bird that flies with its wings, but they are communities like you. Every animal has its own purpose, wisdom, and spiritual value. When a cat sleeps beside you, it is not only showing trust, it is also providing an opportunity for reflection on patience, mercy, and mindfulness, qualities the Prophet exemplified in his life. Even today, Muslims around the world honor this tradition. In Cairo, street cats are fed by residents who see these creatures as blessings. Families often consider a cat sleeping in their home a positive omen, a quiet reminder of Allah's protection and care. In Indonesia, a woman caring for a stray cat discovered that her presence brought comfort to a lonely elderly neighbor who found joy in watching the cat interact with others. These modern stories echo the timeless principles found in Islamic texts. Respect for life, kindness to animals, and finding spiritual lessons in everyday moments. So, when a cat curls up beside you, it's more than a random act. It's a moment to pause and reflect. Are you showing patience and kindness in your own life? Are you aware of the quiet blessings Allah places in your path? The small act, an animal choosing to rest near you, can serve as a mirror for your spiritual awareness and a gentle reminder of the mercy and compassion that Islam encourages us to embody. Think about how your pet reflects your inner peace. Could this be a sign? Have you shown kindness to a cat today? Share in the comments. Reflect for a moment. How do small acts of compassion bring you closer to Allah? Can you recall a moment when an animal showed trust in you? Share it, and let's inspire others with these stories of kindness. Even today, the lessons of Islam about cats and compassion continue to unfold in real life. Across the globe, cats are more than just pets. They are companions, teachers, and even silent messengers of tranquility. Consider Istanbul, Turkey, where street cats roam freely and are treated with extraordinary respect. Locals believe that when a cat chooses to rest at your doorstep, it is not merely seeking shelter, but offering a quiet sign of blessing and good fortune. Residents often feed, care for, and protect these animals, seeing it as a reflection of the Prophet Muhammad's teachings on mercy and kindness. In another story from Tokyo, Japan, a woman visits a cat cafe every day after work. One particular cat always curls up beside her, purring softly, and she feels an unexplainable sense of peace in those moments. She reflected that, just as the Prophet valued gentle care for cats, these encounters remind her of mindfulness, patience, and the quiet joys that life offers. What she experiences is a modern echo of centuries-old Islamic principles, an intimate connection between human and animal that brings spiritual awareness. Closer to home, in Morocco, a young boy noticed a stray cat consistently sitting outside his home during his Quran lessons. Over time, the boy felt that the cat's presence made his recitation more focused, more serene, almost as if the cat itself was participating in a shared spiritual practice. He shared with his family that this small, seemingly ordinary moment made him feel closer to Allah, highlighting how even animals can be part of our spiritual journey. These stories, happening all over the world, reveal a universal truth. Animals, particularly cats, can act as gentle mirrors of our inner state. They show us patience, teach us kindness, and even inspire gratitude. A cat's choice to sleep beside you is not random. It reflects trust and harmony, and it offers a chance for reflection. Just as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, valued these moments of connection, we too can learn to see everyday interactions with animals as spiritual lessons in mercy, presence, and blessing. So next time a cat curls up near you, whether it's a pet or a stray, pause. Observe the trust in its eyes, the calm in its body, the quiet rhythm of its purr. Reflect on the small blessings you might otherwise overlook, and consider the spiritual lesson being offered. In a world that often rushes forward, these small companions remind us of patience, compassion, and the enduring presence of divine mercy. Pause and visualize. And what can a simple act of a cat sleeping beside you teach about patience and love? Share a recent story of your cat or a cat you know that surprised or comforted you. Ask yourself, does this moment carry more meaning than it seems? We'd love to read your stories. When has a cat unexpectedly brought peace or comfort to your life? The presence of a cat sleeping beside you is not only a moment of comfort, it can also be a profound spiritual sign. Islam teaches that every creature is a sign of Allah's wisdom, care, and mercy. In the Quran, Allah reminds us, there is no creature on or within the earth, nor a bird that flies with its wings, but they are communities like you. Surah Al-An'am 6:38. This verse highlights that animals are not mere objects. They are communities with purpose, consciousness, and their own ways of worshipping and acknowledging Allah. Consider this in the context of your daily life. A cat sleeping beside you is a small but powerful reminder of trust and peace. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, exemplified this through his compassion for cats, teaching Muslims that mercy towards living beings reflects our inner spirituality. Each time an animal shows trust in us, it mirrors the trust Allah places in us to act with kindness, patience, and responsibility. There are even stories today that echo the Quran's message of mercy in Cairo. A stray cat slept outside a family's home every night for a week. The family, inspired by the teachings of Islam, began feeding the cat and providing warmth over time. They noticed not just the cat's health improving, but also a new sense of peace and blessing in their home. These small acts of care illustrate the Quranic principle that our actions toward Allah's creatures bring spiritual reward and harmony. Another story comes from an elderly woman in Indonesia who often felt lonely. One day, a stray cat began visiting her daily, curling up on her lap during her Quran readings. The woman felt a deep sense of serenity in these moments. Reflecting on the Quran, she realized that the cat's trust and calmness mirrored the tranquility promised to those who live with compassion and mindfulness. It reminded her that Allah's mercy is visible in the world around us, sometimes through the smallest creatures. Islam teaches us that blessing can appear in unexpected forms. A cat choosing to sleep beside you may be a symbol of protection, a reward for patience, or a reminder of Allah's care. It encourages reflection. Are we living with compassion, patience, and awareness? Are we noticing the signs of mercy in our everyday life? The Quran encourages mindfulness, and animals often serve as gentle teachers of this principle. Reflect. How can observing a cat's calmness teach you inner peace? Tag someone who could benefit from this Quranic lesson today. Share how you interpret signs from Allah in your daily life, big or small. Do you believe Allah communicates through small signs in daily life? Share your perspective and experiences with us in the comments. So, what can you do when a cat sleeps beside you? Beyond the initial warmth and comfort, these moments are invitations to pause, reflect, and act with intention. Islam encourages us to see the signs of Allah's mercy in the world around us, including the behavior of animals. A cat choosing to rest near you is an opportunity to practice patience, kindness, and mindfulness in a tangible way. Start with small actions. If the cat is yours, ensure it is well fed, clean, and loved. If it is a stray, consider providing a safe place for it to rest or food to nourish it. In doing so, you are following the Prophet Muhammad's example of compassion, embodying mercy in the simplest of ways. These acts are not just about caring for the animal. They are reflections of your own heart, and through them, you cultivate a deeper connection with Allah. Take a moment to observe the cat. Notice the calm in its breathing, the rhythm of its purr, the way it curls its body with trust. Islam teaches that mindfulness, being fully aware and present, is a path to spiritual growth. When you notice these small signs, you can reflect on the blessings in your life, your relationships, and your own actions. Each moment becomes a meditation, a gentle reminder of divine mercy and guidance. Stories today reinforce this lesson. In Morocco, a young woman who had been struggling with anxiety began feeding stray cats in her neighborhood. She noticed that over time, the simple act of caring for these creatures brought a sense of peace and order to her life. She even found that the presence of the cats helped her reflect on the Quran, reminding her to be patient and compassionate in her daily interactions. Small acts of kindness, inspired by observing animals, became a source of spiritual growth. Practical guidance also includes reflection and gratitude. When a cat sleeps beside you, consider journaling or silently reflecting. What can this moment teach you? How does it remind you of Allah's mercy? Could it be a call to show patience, love, or compassion to those around you? In this way, the cat becomes not only a companion, but also a teacher, guiding you to embody the values of Islam in your daily life. Try it today. Offer comfort to an animal and observe your own heart. Share a photo or story of your moment. Let's spread peace together. Comment blessing if you've ever felt a small act of mercy change your day. What small daily acts bring you closer to Allah? Inspire others in the comments by sharing your experiences of compassion, patience, and kindness. Cats are more than companions. They are gentle teachers, mirrors of trust, and reminders of Allah's mercy. From the streets of Istanbul to the quiet homes in Morocco, from Japanese cat cafes to the living rooms of families around the world, the presence of a cat carries lessons that transcend time. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, valued these small moments of trust and care, showing us that mercy and kindness toward all creatures reflect our inner spirituality. When a cat curls up beside you, it is an invitation to pause, reflect, and connect, not just with the animal, but with yourself and with Allah. It encourages patience, gratitude, and mindfulness. It reminds us that even the smallest creatures can offer profound lessons. Whether through a stray cat visiting your doorstep or your beloved pet curling in your lap, these moments are living signs of the mercy and blessings surrounding us every day. So, take this moment seriously. Observe the cat's trust, the calm of its presence, and the quiet joy it brings. Let it inspire you to act with compassion, to treat all creatures with respect, and to notice the subtle blessings that Allah places in your life. Share these experiences with others, encourage kindness, and allow the simple act of a cat sleeping beside you to strengthen your spiritual awareness. If this video inspired you, share it with someone who loves cats or someone seeking peace. Comment your thoughts below. What does this moment mean to you personally? Subscribe for more spiritual insights drawn from everyday life and Islamic teachings. We want to hear your reflections. How do you interpret small blessings in daily life? Share your experiences in the comments and join the conversation about mercy, patience, and the spiritual lessons animals bring.